Hello everybody, Kerrie Bates here from Ipswich Recreation and Culture, and I'm super excited to introduce you to some of the many contributors for Ipswich Illumination 2023. Just here on my left is Cynthia August, and I had to write down their credentials because they are so numerous. Cynthia is a current member of the Creative County Initiative Changemakers Cohort 2023, and I'm proud to say that I'm an alum, and that was a really great program, and I got a lot out of it. In addition to that, Cynthia is the president of the Ipswich Arts Association and the chair of the Ipswich Cultural Council. So we have a lot to learn from Cynthia August about what's happening for Illumination this year, and we'll be looking forward to that. Next, I'd like to introduce Christina Brendel. You probably all know her. She is the artistic director of Castle Hill Productions and a board member, and I think founding member, she didn't say it, but the Ipswich Arts Association. And this, again, is a wonderful sort of new organization in Ipswich and really bringing things together. There's a real synergy happening in Ipswich, and it's really like reflecting all over Illumination, which is so exciting. Which brings us now to KATHERINE DESILVA, who I met sort of serendipitously and coincidentally a couple of years ago, but when I was reintroduced to her as the founding member of, the founding organizer of Language Lives, and also a children's book illustrator and author, local author. I was super excited, and she's got this terrific language and art component that's going to be happening during Illumination this year with the support from the Ipswich Arts Association at EBSCO Hall. So lots to learn about that, and the programming is vast and wide and broad. So, Cynthia, tell us what we need to know about first and foremost, the Ipswich Cultural Council's annual art show and sale.
Thank you. So the art show and sale is in its 37th or 38th year. I have to check. I can't quite remember. But it is an amazing gathering of art from people all over town. And it's, for some people, it is the only time in the year that their art actually sees the light of day. So it's a really wonderful thing to be able to offer. Right now, the call to art is out at the ipswichculturalcouncil.org website. You can also get paper copies of the application at Zenobia, I believe also at Town Hall. And we just encourage everybody to submit their art, come and hang it up and make it magic.
What kind of art? Paint?
Anything.
Sculpture?
Really, anything, yeah. Most of our art is 2D, so it's painting and photography and pastel. But we have had sculpture. Morgan Pettipaw is a really good example. She's done some really amazing things. And we also have had in the past, not in the very recent past, but we've had some video installations. We have sculpture that's done in stone. So there's really anything. If you bring it, we'll put it up.
Awesome. And I remember in years past, there's been music on the stage.
Yes.
Great.
So we have, there's a reception Friday evening with music, and then music both Saturday and Sunday. It's sort of just if you happen to come in, or if as you're walking along, your ears tell you that the music is happening, we encourage you to come in and just experience it.
Wonderful. Love the Ipswich Cultural Council's annual art show and sale. It's a highlight culturally of the year. Thank you. Christina, tell me about the Arts Association's sort of role in Illumination this year. There's a bunch of projects that have been organized and spearheaded because of the Arts Association. And perhaps you'll introduce KATHERINE.
Well, the association has really taken a sponsorship role for a number of activities and projects. One of which was Verse Visual. It's an arts project that was completed actually last month. It was a display at EBSCO Hall, very well attended, beautiful display there. And it's a project that I've been involved with in past years, several times. Wonderful collaboration between artists. Started out as between poets and photographers and has since expanded into other art forms. And the results of that this show this year are going to be displayed at the Town Hall Gallery during Illumination. So at the same time that the Cultural Council's art show is going on. So in addition to seeing the art show and sale, there will be a display out there in the hallway of the products of collaboration from Verse Visual. In addition, we are sponsoring Katherine DeSilva's presentation at EBSCO Hall, one of our favorite locations now.
We're going to start a little bit before Illuminations. We're going to start on Thursday night. And we're going to throw it off with the Ipswich Poetry Group is going to put forward a ton of local poets. It's going to be a poetry showcase. So some people might come and say, I have this amazing poet that I want to share with you, and they're going to perform that. It may be their own original poetry, but we're really opening it up to anyone in town that wants to be part of the spoken word. So it doesn't have to be your original poetry. It can just be something that you love. And anyone can sign up for a small block of time, 3 to 5 minutes, do your poem, perform your poem. Students can take part. We've reached out to local high schools and libraries to let them know. And then on Friday night, we're going to open up EBSCO Hall again, this time for storytellers. So we go from verse to stories, and this is a time that, unlike the moth, you can use notes. So we have wonderful teachers here in Ipswich that are collaborating with us to make sure that students know that they can come and tell their truths. So we're going to start the evening early for little people, things that are family friendly only, and again, you can sign up for times for that. As we move into the afternoon, people can take a break, watch everything get lit up along the river. It's a short walk back to EBSCO Hall. We're going to put aside that next block of time for our teens and college students, or stories about that time in your life. Awesome. So it might not be that you're still in college, but you have a great story about illumination or light from that time period.
Wonderful.
And then we end the night with adults only. And this is a time for us to be telling whatever story we have about how language can sometimes change. And the words that we choose might really impact what we say. So that time of the night is for adults only.
Fabulous.
So on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to change gears, and we're going to turn EBSCO Hall into an exhibition space that people that want to sell books that they've written, artists that are taking part in any of the art shows around town can bring multiple reproductions of their work or original work to sell. We're just really focusing on how art, just like Verse Visual, interacts with words. So I might be a painter, but I know that I could make a gorgeous cover for someone's poetry book. We're going to hopefully be making those connections on Saturday and Sunday throughout the day, as well as allowing people from town to see who are our authors in town, who are our writers and poets, so they're all there that are able to sell their work. Up on the stage, we're going to have opportunities for people to come up and talk about their craft. So if you know that you can teach someone about poetry writing or self-publishing, we would love to have people sign up to do those small talks up on the stage throughout the weekend.
Wow, that is a wonderful, rich schedule all the way across. Super exciting, so much going on that weekend. And I do want to, if you'll allow me, take a moment to talk about, of course, there's the grand finale of Illumination on Sunday with the Marsh Hoppers, swing dancing, more poetry outdoors on Sunday. But I want to make a special mention of Monday, October 9th, which is long known as Columbus Day, more recently celebrated as Indigenous Peoples Day. And in cooperation with the beloved community from Ascension Church, we will be screening a documentary called Dawnland. And it is a kind of challenging film about Maine and a Peace and Reconciliation Commission and the process and the healing that has ensued when Maine sort of confronted the fact that many children were taken from their homes and families and put into foster care at a period of time in American history. And following the film is going to be a beautifully hosted conversation, so there'll be opportunities to ask questions and to learn more. So that will be sort of the grand finale of a long and enriching Illumination weekend. There's so much synergy and cooperation. It's really just so inspiring. So if you didn't catch all the details that you're gonna need, do check out Stories from Ipswich, our town treasure trove that's curated by Gordon Harris, our town historian. And if you just go Stories from Ipswich, Illumination 2023, everything is there. It's all organized, hyperlinks, the band schedules. Yeah, thanks Gordon for that. Come see us Illumination weekend.